Jules, word.
Like a Friday night.
What up, Nitro? Lady Soul, we live in life. Quan.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Matter of fact, what is even good about it? Oh! It's the morning show. Y'all know what's up. Good morning to everybody here. After watching last night, you know it's not a good morning. It's just morning. Man. Bruh, listen, I woke up out of my sleep just like this. Mama, listen, man. Called my mom. She said, son, what's going on? So the Ravens done broke my heart again. But we're gonna get into it, guys. We're gonna get into everything. It's not gonna be all the frills this episode. We're just pretty much gonna talk, get some things off all of our chests. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we're gonna do today's episode. Yeah, please remember to like, subscribe, that notification bell if you haven't already done so. But yeah, let's get into it from now. I'm just, shell-shocked would be an understatement about how I feel right now, guys. Just how I totally feel. And I can't look at it and say that I'm not surprised. It was like my heart wanted us to win, and that's what I went with. And man, they broke my heart. Broke it. But let me get to the chat. Say good morning to everybody. Let me see. First in the building, producer. Good morning. How you doing, Brett? Glad you're here. King Blaze, what's good? Good morning. Stacy, good morning to you. Glad you are here. Chris M, always a pleasure to have you. Heart. Money Mike, money. I said, man, shaking my head. Ashley Shelton, good morning to you also. And yeah, hearts, but my hearts are broken. Tila, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you too, man. Glad you are with us. Hearts to you too. But man, listen, all these hearts. Bro, yo, it's like having a breakup right before Valentine's Day, and then the next day, Valentine's Day, you're like, like, bruh, horrible. Brando Israel, what's up? Glad you're here. Zealot and Ninth, what's up, man? I don't know what's worse right now, the team or this hangover. Oh, man, don't drown yourself in the bottle. Me, I'm drowning myself in slaps. So I'm going to drown myself in. Don't drown yourself in that alcohol, though, man. Let's see. Did everybody? King Lee, my bro, what's good? Yeah, Ravens are done for. Lamar's done and us fans are done. We're going to talk about it. I have Horace. Oh, I didn't know, Chris, today's your birthday. Happy birthday, Chris. Happy birthday. I have Horace. I said it yesterday during the stream. You called this butt kicking. Shout outs to you for calling the butt kicking. I went with my heart. And my heart has been broken, but we're going to break it down today, all right? So let's get it going. Now, I want to make sure that I say this, right? Alexander Goodling, good morning. Dwayne, what's up? Good morning. Dexter Perkins, good morning. We're at a point now of no return, right? If the Ravens do not choose to move on from John Harbaugh, then I'm sorry. We might not even make the playoffs. We can still make the playoffs. I mean, 11. Think about it. We've lost 3 games. We can still go 11-6, 10-7. I mean, it's still very doable. The problem is that, once again, it's looking more and more like this is going to be a one and done year. And everyone then is going to forget about what happened or transpired during this time. And then after it happened and transpired, what's transpired during this time, then overlook it and be like, oh, everything's okay during the offseason. The offensive line will get better. Defense is going to get better. The defensive line, don't worry, they'll get better because the coaches will get better. Guess what? That's not what's going to happen. You know, during the offseason, a lot of you guys watch this channel. You watch my other channel too. Shout outs to everyone that tunes into the Wunderkind Show. Also, you guys know, you guys see what I said previous to this year starting. I still expect us to make the playoffs. But I called out the offensive line, which I was told would be fine. Called out the D line. I was told to be quiet. It would be fine. Called out this defense. I was told to be quiet. Defense will be fine. Called out the coaching staff. I was told to be quiet. And we got the same coaching staff. I said this O-line better not get my QB hurt. Now, everybody said he quit. They're like, Nitro, he quit. He quit on the team. Now, Lamar quit. Now it's coming out that Lamar could be out till week 7.
Oh!
Yeah, because your O-line can't do their job. During the draft time, when everybody said it was an A+ draft, and I gave it a B- only because of Mike Green, I said that y'all have not addressed the O-line. And everybody said, no, Malachi Starks is going to prove why he was ranked. I was told to be quiet. How did that pick look? It's not that he's a bad player. It's that we had more pressing things that we had to address. Like the trenches. Somebody went back and said, yo, the last week when everyone's like, Lamar's holding the ball, right? They went back and watched the tape from multiple angles. You know what they came out and said? He had nowhere to go with the ball. There was nowhere to go with the ball. There was nowhere to go with the ball. And when you look behind and see what he's seeing, the defenders are everywhere. They're like just pouncing on him. Because, mind you, even yesterday, like the 4th and 1 play, there was 3 people in Lamar's face. They beat the line immediately. 3 people came through the line. 3. And now, serious. But now we're acting like, oh, we don't remember that. Yeah, Lamar's probably pissed. Yeah, he's probably tired because he's had to carry this team. And now, the one game where he hasn't looked like Superman, this team has looked below abysmal. Now you get to see just how much is being covered up by one person. And we're not even talking about the play calling. Monken ain't getting away with this. The first drive, play action is working. It's keeping them off balance. It's not putting the O-line in a lot of precarious situations, right? It's working. We scored. We went away from it. Then in the second half, when it held them to a field goal, second half started and we started driving, we went back to, all right, get under center. Let's try to get these tackles moving sideways. Get this stuff flowing. So now we can mix up what we're doing. Got us all the way down the field. And you know what's even crazy? Then after they got all the way down the field, they went away from it again. 4th and 1 play. We're not not tush pushing with Mark, and we're sure as heck not going to have Derrick Henry on the field. No chipping from the back either. You know, it gets to a point to where you look at the team. You look at the team and you say, what more can go wrong? Eli Sports Guy with a $2 donation. Said, time for a rebuild, Nitro. Could be. It's been time for a rebuild for a while, but patchwork on the offensive line, patchwork on the defensive side of the line. Now that everybody's hurt. You feel what I'm trying to say? It's just ridiculous. It's come to a point to where I don't even think about, you know what I'm saying? I don't think about how other people think about it anymore. I look at this as being the Ravens are either going to go pro Harbaugh or pro Lamar. There's no in between. There's no in between. Are they done? No, I don't think they're done. Like I said beginning, I think they can still win 11 to 12 games. It's very doable. The problem is that now you have injuries. And I said that at the beginning of the season. Before this season started, I said, bro, I expect this year, because the last 2 years we've kind of been pretty like non-injured. So usually after a second year like it, you usually get injured. I didn't wish it on anybody, so that's probably the most case of scenario that's gonna happen. A lot of y'all said, nah, Nitro, it's not gonna happen. Well, most of our defensive starters are going to be out. Couldn't finish the game or on IR. Real talk. Real talk. Now, listen, we have trolls. We already know there's going to be trolls. We've seen Zim trolling. Because, listen, that's all they can do. For the people that are, a lot of the trolls that are part of teams that have never accomplished anything, never won, that's the only thing they can be are trolls. They never hosted a championship banner. The best they've been, right, is a maid of honor. They've never been wifed up. So trolls are going to be trolls. I'm not worried about them. But you see how this comes full circle now? We have to move off. They were even reiterating his rhetoric. Like Kyle Hamilton, you guys are spoiled. You know that's hard. It sounds like Harbaugh. And then after the crazy performance they put on, now you want to apologize. I want to apologize to the Raven fans. I also want to apologize for my choice of words from the other day. We're not a real good defense yet. We're actually not a real good team yet. Remember, they said they've been through this before. Straight out of the frying pan and into the fire, right? What's the difference? We've been here before. We know what it is. Oh. Yeah, I heard, bro. Something, bro, play on words, already know. I just laugh. I really do. What I'm going to do is, and they bring, like I said, full circle, even after the game, the audio for Harbaugh didn't want to do his job either. I'm going to play some of that audio. We can't actually play. YouTube has it locked, right? And during the other ones, they turned off the comments. When the other guys that went live, they turned off the comments. What I'm going to do, I'm going to play you some of what John Harbaugh had to say after the game, because now the NFL got the audio and put it out. And I'm going to play some of it for you so you get some of this foolishness. Check this out. Check this out.
Football and won a football game handily, all three phases. I feel like they coached better, they played better, everything was better. So that's it. That's a game in the National Football League, and we'll have to go back to work, figure out how to try to win our next football game. And we've got issues that we're dealing with, and we got to deal with them in a real smart way and find out how to line up and play our best game against the Texans. That's going to be our task this week, and I know our guys will go to work. I know our coaches will go to work to do that, and that'll be our challenge. So any other questions or any other conversations about it are just going to be just that. We've got to get to work and get ready to play a football game and play well and try to find a way to win a game and get on track. I believe we're going to be a good football team. We're just not a good enough football team yet. And all the things that go with that are the challenges that you face in the National Football League when you get circumstances that we've had. So that's what we'll go to work on. What questions you have? No, I don't. I don't have any really updates on seriousness of injuries right now. There's nothing that looks like it's season-ending by any stretch for anybody, any of those guys. But we'll have to look at those injuries tomorrow and see where we're at going forward.
Coach, I know you're not going to make excuses, but you down 4 starters to begin with on the defensive side, lost 3 more. Can you just talk about the impact of losing that many starters? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about with the challenges. I mean, those are the challenges that you do face from time to time, and it's tough in a game like this against a really good team on the road, but you got to try to find a way to win anyway. And we've never made excuses for those kind of things. And the guys who are up there are going to play well, and we've got to find ways to put our guys in the best positions to execute, play after play, and play a winning football game. That'll be our challenge. Could Lamar come back in had it not been a 3-score deficit? I don't have the answer to that right now. Yeah.
Do you know what play the?
I don't have an answer for that. No.
Sean, I mean, can you think of a time when you have been this adversely impacted by injuries in a single game?
I haven't really thought about that. I don't know the answer to that. I just know that this is our circumstance right now. This is what we're going to have to deal with. Like I told the guys before, and I told the guys after the game, I respect our guys. I respect our players. I respect our coaches. I know that we're going to go to work. And there's football to be played, and there's a division to be won, and we've got to find a way to become good enough to win it, so it's a long season, and but short term it's a challenge right now. Our focus is on the Houston Texans game. That's what we've got to get locked in for, really, and find a way to play the kind of football game that we're going to need to play to win.
What do you think happened offensively? The first drive, you went right down the field, got a lot of people involved. What sort of changed for you guys?
Well, I think you just take it drive by drive. The second drive, we went down the field again, and we had a interception. 54 made a great play. I mean, it's just a great football play he made. So that stopped that drive. Then the next drive, we came out. We had 2 good plays, but we get 2 delay of games. So we're trying to crowd noise. We're trying to signal some things or change plays or whatever we were trying to do, and we took the delay of games, unfortunately, and there really weren't circumstances where we wanted to take timeouts there because you're going to need those timeouts. Thought we could overcome them, and we almost did, but then we got another delay game. So that's really out of character for us. I mean, I can't remember the last time we really had delay of game penalties. That's never been something that's been an issue for us. So that's surprising, but we've got to deal with it. We got to handle it. The next drive we came out and we had a no-game play to start with. It's a quick out pass. We don't complete it. It's a quick pass. You want to try to do that against these guys. They're playing split safety, or they're playing zone, and you want to try to get the ball out, and it gets incomplete. Then you get a screen batted. Now you're 3rd and 10. It's hard to run 3rd and 10, but I'm sure we'd have run the ball on that drive if we could have got something going. Get the drive started, but we couldn't get the drive started. The last 2 drives are both 2-minute drives, and that's what happened. And then now you're down. They go down and score. Now you're down, and we still came out and tried to run the ball in the 3rd quarter. Then it became a 2-minute game at that point.
John, sort of alluding to it right there, but Derrick Henry, I think, only had 4 carries in the first half.
That was it. And that's my answer. That's the answer. That's the way the game went. Sometimes the game goes that way, and you don't have an opportunity like you want to. We were certainly planning on running the ball, and that was a big part of the plan, but we didn't really have the chances to get to it like we needed to. We needed to get that 3rd and 4th drive going. And we weren't able to do it.
How significant was their blitz? It seemed like they were having a good amount of success.
Well, I think the big one was the 0 blitz where they got us for the big loss, in the first half there. That was the big one. We tried to go to max protection and it just didn't work out for us. It was a bad play for us.
Max protection didn't protect anything.
John, can you provide any additional details on it seems the decision to put Nabi on IR in this situation?
I cannot. No, I cannot.
John, defensively outside of
switch on that, you can't control. What do you feel needs to be the focus to get the defense back?
Make sure y'all can hear it because we missed it last night.
Well, number one, we've got to become consistent, stopping the run up front. You know, that goes with the front, the linebackers, edge guys, DB showing up. That's got to be more consistent. Way too many times in this game, the Chiefs do what they do well. They get into third and short. You know, and our goal was to keep them in third, try to get them to 3rd and 6+. You know, and that just consistently did not happen. And that's the combination of the run game, good quick passing game, you know, the boots and the different things they do, and they out-executed us for sure in those areas. So we got to become much better there. That's just got to start with that.
Two more for Coach. You mentioned the games that get out of hand, but I think 3 of the 4 early short yards, 3rd and 4th down, you guys passed for it instead of running for it. You didn't get any of them. Was that just a situation where you felt like they were out-leveraged in certain spots?
Yeah, I mean, that's play calling. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm happy about it at all. You know, I'm sure that Todd's not happy about it either. None of us are, you know. So you got to look at that and decide what you want to run there, you know, in some of those circumstances and situations. But, you know, if they work, they look good. They threw the ball on 4th and short and 3rd and short a few times and completed them. So maybe we just need better plays. You know, we need plays that are going to pop open. Maybe we've got to do a better job of game planning those plays. That's what I would say. I mean, I think that we need to put our guys in better position and give them opportunities to make plays in those situations, because in a game like this, you got to be aggressive. You got to go for stuff. And we didn't get it done.
All right, guys. So that's all I'm gonna play on that. That's pretty much what you missed last night. Robbie paid with a $5 donation. Yes. Coaching changes have got to happen this week. We can't even wait until the bye week for real. Thank you so much for that, Robbie Pay. I was making sure that I was playing. I saw you guys. Destination donation. I was gonna make sure that I get to you guys. Thank you so much for that. And you're right. Coaching changes have that. You already now you're trying to be like, oh, we got to be aggressive. You're telling me you have no input on the defensive. Listen, if y'all don't know this, before we play games, the offensive plan and the defensive plan has to be signed off by the head coach. So in saying that, oh, we got to be more aggressive, you're lying. You saw the defensive plan. You saw what was going to happen. You knew how the defensive plan or game plan was going to go for this game. And you agreed on it and signed off for it. Tired of it. Juju Bean with a $5 donation. Yes. Where'd it go? It disappeared. Hold on, let me get it back. Said Nitro, I'm glad this happened now rather than in the playoffs. Now we can't be surprised when we inevitably collapse again. Listen, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like it does. It's such bad taste in your mouth. Pause, because it comes to a point to where you look at it and you say it is a reoccurring action. It's a reoccurring happening. That doesn't look like it's ever going to change. And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different outcome. So yeah, Mike Ebb, yeah, Nitro's all of us listening to harps, bro. Crazy. Marlon is burnt toast. Oh yeah, he was getting absolutely done down. That's why he didn't even go live. He knew he couldn't go live last night. The way how bad he looked, ridiculous. We drafted Starks first round when we could have got a starting safety in the 3rd or 4th. Yep. LH, good morning. They are not just wasting Lamar, but Keaton, both Zays, D. Henry, and Diop, etc. Yeah, they're wasting a whole plethora of players. But Lamar's a quarterback, so you know he's the most important. But they're wasting a whole bunch of years on these guys. And every year is the next year. KB, I just lowered my expectations now, so now I'll be watching the game with no expectations. Zero. No, don't do that. I'm telling you. Because whatever your expectation, because I'm telling you, you'll lower it to 0 expectations, and trust me, they'll go under it. Because, mind you, we haven't been beat 35 to zip yet. 45 to zip yet. 50 to 3 yet. And I promise you, that's on the table with this defense. We have by far the worst defense in the league. We have 2 sacks, over 4 games. Do you know that the defense hasn't got a turnover since last November? So, yeah. No turnovers, no pressure, no resistance. Starks has been totally horrible. And all of a sudden he comes to the Ravens and what? Can't tackle. LH said, morning Nitro, you've been trying to tell them the truth. People hate when I say certain things, man. They really do. They really do. They really hate when I say things. Because I'm not saying it because I hate the team. I'm saying it because I don't want it being a problem so we can win a Super Bowl. These problems have been just devastating. And now you got guys, this guy injured, that guy injured. Bro, hold up. Both of our starting D tackles are out. Travis and Nnamdi. Our starting outside linebacker in KVN, he's out. It's 3 guys on the D-line just off the bat. Broderick Washington is out. That makes 4. So your starting D tackles and your backup D tackle is hurt. 4 guys off the D-line, your D-line rotation is out. Wiggins is now out. Humphreys is out. Roquan is out. That's 8 guys. That's 8, right? Broderick, Travis, Matabike, KVN. Hold up. Broderick, KVN, Travis, Matabike. Yeah, those are the 4 on the D-line. And then, of course, then you got Wiggins, Humphreys, Roquan. No, so it's 7. I might be missing one, but it's 7 on the defensive side of the ball. And out of that 7, 6 of them are starters. 7 first-round picks on a starting defense to have nothing to show for it. It's crazy. Like, this is why I did not like the draft. People got, listen, people was like, Nitro, I don't know why you being so anti-Ravens right now. We'll be fine. I said, what did I give the draft? I gave it a B-. And I said, the only reason why I gave it a B- is because of Mike Green. Because I truly believe he'll become a great pass rusher. But outside of that, I said, I said if it wasn't for Mike Green, this would be a D+ draft for me. And a lot of people came after me. And I said, bruh, like, y'all want me to tell the truth, you want me to lie? He said, you're lying right now. I said, okay, whatever. That's what I said. I said, okay, I'm lying. I gotta be lying. It's okay. It's all right. We will see. And what did I say at the beginning? I said, y'all didn't, Emory Jones, you draft a hurt guy, which I told y'all that he'll be ready by the season. Nitro was like, no, he's not. You have to know how the Ravens say things. 4 games in, have you seen Emory Jones? He's had no training camp, no mini camp, no preseason. You thought he was going to play? Off of an injury? Bro. Like, it's so ridiculous. What makes it worse with Lamar is Lamar can escape. Lamar can escape and he still got hurt. And now you know what you're going to say? Well, if Lamar can run the ball, throw the ball, maybe line up on defense, we can win. If we don't win, it's because Lamar's not a good leader. So, yeah. It's like, come on now, bro. Come on now, bro. This was exactly, could have had Pickens patch viral. Yes, we could have had Pickens. How did Pickens, even when Pickens was available, I had Raven fans talking about he's not good. We don't want no big mouth on the team. A guy, an alpha. How did he look last night? Keep trying to tell y'all this, bro. That's why I say, did you see this offseason? If any of y'all try to call Nitro, you got to be kind. You got to be nice. EDC and everybody's trying. I said, I don't want to hear no excuses. Exactly what I told you. I said, I did not want to hear no excuses. Hey, Underworld and ENT, they're saying Lamar might be out until week 7. So, okay, so you're saying he's just sitting out games because he doesn't want to play with the team no more? Because that's what's being reported right now. That now he's going in for all this other stuff. There's a strong chance he'll be out for multiple weeks. That's what I'm saying, Daryl Winston. You know why? Because Lamar is the Band-Aid. And everybody here knows that if Lamar doesn't play, we're not going to win. We're not even come close to winning. You know the funniest thing about yesterday's game? It wasn't that the offensive line was terrible. It wasn't that the defense was absolutely laughable, especially after calling us Ravens fans spoiled. You know the funniest thing was? It was the previous game, right? They kept saying, Lamar got to throw the ball away. He's holding the ball too long, right? Lamar gets hurt. He's on the thing. What's his name? Cooper Rush starts warming up. Cooper Rush comes in and gets blasted almost immediately. And right as he gets blasted, the next 2 passes, as soon as he just threw it out of bounds immediately. He's like, I'm done. Even on a 4th down play, boop, right out of bounds. And when he threw it out of bounds, he still got hit. He threw it away on a 4th down play. He was like, nah, forget this. The backup. I wonder if you guys will be asking for him to throw it away a lot. Now that he'll probably be our quarterback for a couple games. Donovan Carter with a $5 donation. EDC isn't a good GM. He failed to address issues concerning the O-line and D-line and refuses to fire his neighbor. He's underrated as a failure. Donovan Carter, shout out to you for the $5 donation. Best nation donation. I'm going to say this, guys. He's bad because he has not addressed the O-line or D-line properly. But he cannot fire Harbaugh. He answers straight to the owner. Just to let you guys know that. EDC does not have the power to fire John Harbaugh. I repeat, Eric DeCosta does not hold the ability, power, status to fire John Harbaugh. Dazzleberg and Sanders would have been nice to have right now. Yeah. Lady 33 Lance said, tell it, Nitro, the hypocrisy is crazy. Facts. Oh, I can't wait. Because you see, when he starts throwing that ball away all game, y'all going to be like, oh, man, he can't make a play. I'm going to be like, no. No. Sometimes something has to be gone or leave for you to miss it or to appreciate it. Telling y'all, bro, it's ridiculous. Yeah, but Lamar being out until next week, until week 10, we're not going to the playoffs. Now, Bashadi, EDC will finally see Lamar's value. Yeah, can you imagine if we lose all those games? We barely average with all that offensive talent. Remember, it's a super team. With all that offensive talent, we can't even average 10 points, 11 points, or whatever else it is. I would love to see what some of y'all are going to say. I'm going to love it. When that backup quarterback gets hit out of a game, and you're going to be like, hey, the O-line's okay though, right? Because I've already said this, that the O-line is worse than the Bengals and them. Way worse. $33 Lady Rance said Henry's in the doghouse. He's looking at it. Henry looks dejected. He's just like, because he's not even getting the ball now. He's not even getting the ball. They're taking him off the field. Heather McCummins, why did we stop running the ball? We never wear down opposing defenses. Exactly. Facts. We don't. And then we're stuck in these predicaments and be like, oh, Lamar. Lamar said, y'all got it. I'm hurt. You know what's funny? Remember when it came out that Lamar had a serious injury before, and they all said, man, like that you could barely walk with that injury, right? And everyone's saying that he could barely walk. Raven fans wanted Lamar still to go out there. John Harbaugh was alluding that, we think he's okay enough, when multiple doctors said no, he's not. Y'all remember that, right? Okay. Because I do. Alexander Gooding and I didn't stop. I stayed. If I asked them to play all 60 minutes, I'm gonna stream all 60 minutes. Trust me, it was painful. It was painful. Yami says, Bashadi needs to grow up here and cut ties. Yeah, you're right. Giovanni Long said, this BS man, John, need to be fired today. He's not going to be, though. They're going to trade Marlon and Andrews. Watch. Now y'all see why I wanted to move off of Mark Andrews, why I wanted to move off some of these guys. Like even at a point with Roquan, I had said, I was ready to move off of him too, right? There's reasons. I'm not crazy. Now everybody, don't worry, people are going to forget about it though. Donovan Carter with a $2 donation. Yes! Steve just looking at his dollars, doesn't care. Kinley said, what can we do, Nitro? At this point, here's the thing. At this point, you have to run the ball. Like, and I'm not talking about just running the ball. I mean, you're going to have to gash guys. This is going to become the Lamar and Derrick Henry show when Lamar comes back. Straight real talk. It's more than painful. Hey, tonight, Flex, tonight. Please, y'all make sure that I'm going on Flex Zone podcast tonight. Please be there. We will be going live discussing this. It's crazy. And like I said, I was told by so many people, and I kept hammering it home about the coaches, about the O-line, about the D-line. You know what drives people crazy? Knowing that you're not crazy and saying stuff that you know are going to happen, but everybody telling you that you're crazy, and then when those things happen, then it's like, how did this happen? Donovan Carter says, stop buying their merch, stop going to the games, don't give them your money or your time. Mike Gant says, contract year for a lot of guys. Anyways, the team look the same all next season. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're not lying. You're not lying. Like I said before, it's gotten to the point that they have been so protected because everyone's been drinking their purple Kool-Aid. Now, the purple Kool-Aid, people are choking on it, vomiting it up chucking, and finally, the haze, the purple haze is starting to clear. That purple fog is starting to lift, and you're starting to be able to see. So now, you see, I have a question for everybody now, right? And I want you to answer this question honestly. If Lamar has to miss multiple games because of his injury, and Cooper Rush gets knocked out also, what would you think about the offensive line then? Also, would you blame it on the offensive line coach that took over for, rest in peace, the coach that passed away? And would you want a new defensive coordinator or a new head coach? Chosen one with a $5 donation. Belichick would have traded Mark and Rowe a year ago. Hard just likes to make friends with guys. And if you don't assimilate, you don't play. It's arrogance. Facts. I'm hurt Lamar will never win now the window is closed. He's going to win. If Lamar doesn't win one with us, he'll win one with somebody else. Zico Kage was good. Heather McGuffin said paper champs. C. Britta with a $5 donation. Yes! Lamar is tired of being the Superman. Other teammates need to step up. Facts. I was told by so many people that this was a super team. There's so much help. There's so much depth. There's so much everything. Now, when it's time for these guys to step up, they can't step up and everyone looks over the shoulder and be like, even the fans do it. We do it. When the defense gets done, all right, come on, Lamar, come on, Lamar, come on, Lamar. You can score again. Come on, you got to hurry up and score right here. Come on. Dip, dive, duck, dodge. Yeah, we know the offensive line. Come on, dodge that guy. Run over that guy. Jump over that guy. Flip over that guy. People were trying to make Lamar the focal point of the problems when the Ravens had the highest scoring offense in the league at the time. Right? And Lamar had 9 touchdowns to 0 interceptions. He now has 10 touchdowns to 1 interception. And 2 fumbles on the season. 10 touchdowns to 1 interception and 2 fumbles on the season. And people are saying Lamar Jackson needs to do more. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I heard people say, well, Lamar wasn't perfect yesterday. How could you be perfect when you can't even set your feet to throw? And everyone that told me not to worry about Aaron Rodgers, how is Aaron Rodgers looking? Yeah. So we're most likely we're not going to win the AFC. No, we're going to go in as a wild card. Because I don't think we're gonna usurp Steelers. I hope we do. But the Steelers look good right now. Wink Martindale was never this bad. And he blitzed almost every... Bro, we're blitzing legit 7 or 8 guys, and we're still not getting pressure. We're still not getting any pressure. We're blitzing 8 guys, and there's no pressure. Oh, if the Steelers made it to the Super Bowl... Oh. Bro. The way some of y'all, bro, it would not be good. Donovan Carter with a $5 donation. Yes. Only money I'm willing to spend for this team at this point is a casket for whoever the QB is behind that no line. This line is worse than the 2001-2022 years. Yeah. Yup. Bring back Rex Ryan. Kubiak, Rex Ryan, one of the Kubiaks, the son, the father, the nephew, the which one of them. Shout out to you also for the $5 donation, man. Best nation donation, Donovan Carter. You know what I'm saying? You're 100% correct. Hence why I say you got to bring back guys that can make the best out of bad situations. And Kubiak, he's going to run the zone read, that zone scheme that you saw Arian Foster absolutely become a monster in. And Derrick Henry in that offensive scheme with Lamar Jackson could be something special. Legit special. Adi Down was good. Punch Dav, well, what is Orr doing? Nothing. Yeah, Rex Ryan wouldn't be bad to bring back. Yes, TLM Gaming. There are videos of what Lamar Jackson sees out of the field from his point of view. Guess what all he sees? The defenders in his face are instant pressure. I just told him that, TLM Gaming. I just told him that. So that's why I laugh at people. Because you're like, oh, Lamar needs to do this, do that, do this. You're asking Lamar to make up for the bad play calling. You're asking him to make up for the lack of players. You're asking him to make up for the lack of protection. Come on, Lamar, you got to make up for all of that. Oh, it didn't work, Lamar. It's your fault. You know you're saying it's Monken's fault? You know you hear more Lamar slander than you do offensive line. You notice when Joe Burrow gets hurt or is playing bad or his team is doing bad, it's never Joe's fault. They're like, y'all haven't done enough around him. Offensive line ain't good. They're calling out everything. Say when Josh Allen loses the game, it's not Josh. Remember when we blew out Josh Allen? It's not Josh Allen's fault. He don't got no help. Running back ain't good. Tight ends ain't good. Wide receivers ain't good. Coach should be fired. That's the difference between Lamar and his contemporaries. And they usually have more help than he does. When Patrick Mahomes' line ain't protecting him, it's not Patrick's fault. The 2 times Patrick Mahomes has had offensive line play like this, he's gotten blown out of both Super Bowls. You remember that, right? Okay. What was he doing? 2 interceptions, fumble. What did they say? He gets a pass because it's not his fault. He don't have the help. He don't have the team. You know that's never the case for Lamar. Lamar always got the team. Now, you know what the funny thing is? Roquan's going to be hurt this year. Playing bad. I bet you he makes another all-pro team. How much you want to bet? How much do you want to bet Roquan, Marlon Humphrey, and them are all going to be Pro Bowlers? How much you want to bet? How much do y'all want to bet right now? Drew to me with a $5 donation. How much y'all want to bet? Hopefully they blow it up this year. If Lamar ain't back till week 9, we ain't making the wild card. We taking this year and draft the safety early. Listen, if we draft another safety, bro, I'm just going to shut off the stream. Because you know I stream it, I'll shut it off. Straight up, chosen one with a $2 donation. Yes, call it what it is. It's sabotage, full stop. It looks like sabotage, sounds like sabotage, smells like sabotage, but we don't want to call it sabotage. I'm just going to leave that there. And everyone's going to say, I'll bet they won't, Nitro. I have words, I bet you they do. How many All-Pros and Pro Bowls do you think is going to be on the Ravens defense this year? How many? How many? I got at least 3. How much are y'all calling? I'm calling at least 3 or 4. How much are y'all calling? Hamilton will be an All-Pro or a Pro Bowler. Williams or Humphrey are going to make a Pro Bowl. Roquan is going to be a Pro Bowler and or All-Pro. How much y'all want to bet? Falala is going to be a Pro Bowler too. Voorhees also. How much y'all want to bet? Y'all said 0, right? When the Ravens defense gets 3 or 4 of those guys, and they're Pro Bowlers or all pros, at that point, don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me nothing. I'm telling you they are, Horace. I'm telling y'all. Falele was a Pro Bowler. When he's at Pro Bowl, you're going to be like, and they're going to be like, you know, the Ravens defense started out so bad, but they got better down the road. Now they're not the last place defense. They finished as the 27th ranked defense. Watch. 4 Pro Bowlers, 2 All-Pros. Hamilton and Roquan will be All-Pros. Watch. Yeah, listen, I have words. This is the old days I would have took that. But you know how I do this. I don't do the gambling thing. If it was the old days though, before I was this age, I would have took that bet though. Let you know, and right now I would have took it quick. If Falele can make a Pro Bowl, anything. What did that one song? Anything is possible. Kevin Garnett, remember when they won the title? He said, anything is possible. Oh, gosh. Too funny. Too funny. Too funny. Too funny. Facts, Nitro. They will say Lamar had all these Pro Bowls and couldn't get it done. Yep, see, Burdell, that's exactly what's going to happen. Y'all see. Y'all will see. We already know. Listen, the last thing anybody should be worrying about on this team is Lamar Jackson. That's where everyone gets things misconstrued. He's a 2-time league MVP, should have been a 3-time league MVP. He's a 3-time first-team All-Pro. We got the best quarterback. It's everybody else got to step up. Gregory L. Turner with a $20 donation. Keep up the good work, Nitro. The real issue is going to the void years they have used on recent contracts. Facts. All right, Horace, you already know it's all love, bro. It's all love. But thank you so much for that, Gregory L. Best Nation donation. Listen, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy, guys. Those void years are going to kill us. Oh, God. Gosh, bro. People, bro. Our best receiver is a 5'9" guy with sometimes hands. Yeah. I already told you our best weapon is Isaiah Likely. The most important person on the offense outside of Lamar Jackson is Pat Ricard. Let me let y'all understand. Okay. I want y'all to clip this part. If y'all are watching the Wonder Kid Morning Show, please remember to like, subscribe, and that notification bell. But clip this part. I'm going to give y'all some insight why I think we're going to make the playoffs. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready why I think we're going to make the playoffs? Are you guys ready? Let me break this down to y'all, right? The second most important player that's been proven on the offensive side of the ball is not Zay Flowers. It's not Isaiah Likely. It's not Mark Andrews. It's not even Ronnie Stanley. His name is Patrick Ricard. And if Patrick Ricard comes back, oh yeah, they're going to be able to run the ball very well. Promise you guys that. And Henry's going to start to cook. And if that play action starts to cook, that means they can't just pin their ears back and come after the quarterback. That means Lamar's going to have time, and he's going to start to cook. And that's why I believe we're going to make the playoffs. That's why. Rayon with a $5 donation. Yes, you would think Harbaugh would show some gratitude to Lamar for saving his job. Instead, he thanks him with a terrible O-line and no defense. Ray Hunt's facts. But you know what it is. Lamar's just the scapegoat. He's the black sheep. Exactly what he is. Telling y'all. I think Lamar will be back. I think he might miss a game, maybe 2. We might go 1-1 during that time. That time will be 2-4. If Lamar and Patrick Ricard comes back, we're going to be winning games. Because guess what? We're not facing the Bills, Detroit, or the Chiefs every week. We're going to have to go against the Browns again. We're going to have to go against the Bengals twice without Joe Burrow. We're going to have to go against the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? We're going to have some of those games. Miami, yeah. That's why I believe we're going to make the playoffs. The defense is eventually going to start blitzing a lot, which I feel like is going to start to force turnovers. Even though they're going to get killed, they're going to start turning the ball over. It's not wishful thinking. My game, everything I've said has been wishful thinking, man. I've been calling out these problems for year after year, off season after off season. People attacking me, telling me I'm dumb, stupid, and Lamar right. So, bro, I'm just being honest. Telling you what I'm seeing. And I've said that Patrick Ricard before is the second most important player on this offense. I've said that before. Go back and look at the videos. If he comes back, they'll use him as a 6th offensive lineman also. So instead of 5, now you got 6 plus the tight ends who are chipping. You know what, Mike Gam? I got you. You know what I want you to do? I want you to hear me. And hear me good, Mike Gam. Sometimes in our life, we all have things We all have sorrows, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on nitro when you're not strong. The Wonder Kid will be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till the Ravens make the playoffs with Patrick Ricard. I just might have a problem that Mike don't understand. Lean on nitro so you can just
Oh!
I know Mike is looking at me like, bro. yo. Listen, man, I'm being honest. I'm being as much as I can, bro. Listen, Pablo, facts. Mike Manano was supposed to be the head coach. Now we're stuck with Harbaugh. So I don't know what to do, but I'm trying here. But I'm telling y'all, mark my words. You heard it from the Wonder. You know what I don't want? I want all of you guys that watch this show, that if this comes to pass, I need you to spread the Wonder King gospel. With Patrick Ricard returns, Isaiah likely will be returned. He's already returned. But if Patrick Ricard returns, and so does Lamar Jackson, the Ravens are making the playoffs. I promise you, Mike. It's not a slap out of spite. It's a slap out of love. I'm telling you. Mark my words. Mark my words. Y'all will come back in here and be like, Nitro called it. He's not human. He can't be stopped. Telling you. Because you got to understand the way Patrick Ricard is using the offense. Patrick Ricard is the extra offensive lineman. They usually line 6, right? And he's the bulldozer in the run game. Lamar needs help. Patrick Ricard is a do-it-all guy. So he's going to help out the pass pro, and he's going to help out the run blocking. You watch. Who else doesn't believe in me? No. Who else is doubting what I say? Show yourselves. Mike Gamma already showed us. Show yourselves. Who else is doubting what I'm saying? Who else is doubting what I'm saying? What pick we getting in the draft? The 32nd pick. Who? Shout out to you, Coach. Hey, man, shout out to Sip the Tally. Please, y'all go over there. I know you had a great show last night, Coach. You saw me in there for a little bit. Definitely did a great show, great calling show. I was going to call him, but I couldn't find the number. But shout out to you, Coach. Keep killing it, man. Keep killing it. I have Horace. You disagree with me? You just call on me, Horace, when you need a hand. We all need Nitro to lean on. Who else? Who else doesn't believe? Who? Show yourself. Donovan Carter, you too. You just might have a problem that Nitro understands. You just need some Nitro to lean on. Who else does not believe? So show yourselves. Yo, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. 8 and 9 season loading. Oh, man. Juju B, don't do it. Don't make me do this. You just might have some doubts that you don't understand. You just need somebody like Nitro to lean on. Lean on me. Telling y'all, bro, watch. Coach said, yes, I had 12 callers off the bat with 5 minutes of pop. I locked the phone line quick. Coach turned on that phone line and looked at them numbers and said, computer started glitching with all the people on it. You was just like, yo. Oh, man, y'all wildin', bro. Y'all wildin'. Y'all are wildin'. I'm sticking my Lamar on my team. So annoyed how people love Lamar when he's perfect, but turn on him when he isn't. Well, QB is perfect all the time. The defense still wins it for the QB. We're at CMB. Listen, I'm at a point now where I'm looking at it saying this defense is trash, but I think I think the addition of Patrick Ricard is going to have an immense effect on the offensive side of that ball. Then we're going to have to do whatever it takes to fix the defense. And I'm being real. Seaber down with a $5 donation. Like I said before, Nitro, we stand 10 toes down. Let's go. Hey, Coach asked where we're picking in the draft. We're picking 32nd. That's where we're picking. Man, I ain't talking about George Pickens. But guys, that's another episode of the Wunderkind Morning Show. Thank you guys for watching and being a part of this and venting with me. Listen, like I said, guys, we're all we got. Everybody wants to see the Baltimore Ravens lose. Everybody wants to see us down and out. Everybody wants to troll. That's what they do. But guess what? We have to have each other's back. I got y'all back. Hopefully you guys got mine. I truly believe that Patrick Ricard is going to come back and the offense is going to look like the offense on steroids. I really believe that. We're going to get to see, but I think it's going to happen, and I think Derrick Henry is going to bust or break the doors down when he returns. So just get ready for that. I'm talking about multiple 200-yard games. Chart Derrick Henry to have at least 3 games when Patrick Ricard comes back with 170 rushing yards. You know what I'm saying, guys? Nitro Coping for real. Queen them come. It's all right. You know, just like I do this, I be right a lot. I'm right way more than I am wrong. We gonna see. We gonna see. But guys, have a wonderful day. God bless. Please be safe out here. Y'all see me later with 2 different vids. All right? And definitely we're going to do some breakdowns because you already know for the regular show we're going to bring up some of the stuff that we brought up on here. But like I said, have a wonderful day. God bless. Stay safe. I'll see y'all later. And y'all know my slogan. Peace. And I'm out of here, Coach. See you later, my friend. See you later. To everybody else, see you later. Shaboing, boing, yerp.
Finish him, Daddy.